How are you?
I don't have a question. I have a comment. Derek, I want to thank you for your writing. It always amazed us. You always brought fun and made us think. Thank you for bringing us Micah. Thank you for bringing us Pete. It was a fun and innovative show.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't take all the credit for being up here.
Into the Marvel universe.
Oh yeah, thanks. Right? I did the Marvel panel last night with Edward Olmos and
PJ.
What a great guy, and what an honor to be on the dais with Eddie Olmos, man. So hopefully they'll bring me back. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Hello, Blob.
How are you? I'm that girl. What are you doing?
Hello.
All right, so
You're bad girl and I'm bad boy. Hey.
all right, so I have two questions. Number one, this is for all three of you. What was your favorite villain story arc? Because you guys had a lot of really great villains. And then my second question for Pete and Micah who was your favorite guest actor or actress?
McPherson
Yeah.
was my favorite villain.
Yeah.
J.P. Murray.
I don't know if you guys know.
That's my favorite guest
He
actor.
played McPherson, passed away, and he was such an incredible guy.
He was such a lovely human being. You know, you meet some great actors and you're like, oh, yeah, you may be a great actor, but you're sort of a terrible human being. But then you meet some great actors and you're like, you're just how I wanted you to be. And Roger was exactly like that. And I miss him very much.
Yeah, so for us, I think it's McPherson.
McPherson, yeah.
And Jamie.
HD.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's my
Except
job.
he's got like a litany of hot girls. Go through your list. Go through your
And
list.
some ladies.
Do it.
Well, no, I was just going to say the day that they were like, okay, Jamie Murray is playing H.G. Wells, and I'd seen her on Dexter, so I was already like, Baba Boom, right? And then she comes in, she's like, hello, darling, my name's Jamie. I'm like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. Best job in the world. Woo!
I think you were supposed to be her love interest
I know, what the heck?
originally.
She just used me to get to you. Barry Wells. Hey, guess what? Pica. Alright, take that. And then, what was my favorite guest star? Man,
Jerry Ryan,
so hard.
Trisha Helfer.
I mean, on and on and on. I've been turned down and divorced by some of the hottest women in Hollywood.
Brent Spiner,
Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall. The list, the number of guest stars that we
Dee Wallace.
Dee Wallace?
I know, right? Howling, which if you haven't seen, have you seen that one?
Ferran.
You haven't seen the original Howling?
Yeah, Ferran.
Oh, you gotta see it, dude. It's awesome. How old are you?
We're really blessed.
No, I'm sorry, the young man. 12. My youngest kid is 10, and I'm showing him all my favorite horror movies. So, oh, good. I'm sorry. Let's bring it back home.
I don't know what's happening.
Jules State
Jules State.
and Sean Marr.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Niall from Eureka. Neil Grayson.
Neil Grayson.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a virtual sci-fi nerd palooza.
It was rad.
No, I mean, although when Jerry turned out to be my ex-wife, he kind of upped my street cred. I was like,
He
that's
was
right, girl.
so excited about Jerry Ryan.
Oh my God. She's so hot.
Yeah.
She's so hot.
I know. You used to look at me every day and say that to me. Made me feel,
But you already knew I thought you were hot.
That's how it was.
Does that answer your question? Okay, sit down. Yes, darling.
What was your favorite artifact, and what artifact would you want to, like, be real?
You know, for me, I've always said my favorite artifact was Abe Lincoln's hat. Because Pete says, you know, I once tried on Abe Lincoln's hat and had an irresistible urge to free Mrs. Frederick. And I remember going, really? Are we going there? And they're like, we're going there. And I thought that it spoke volumes about the show. I thought that it spoke volumes about how this show came from such just a pure place, a good place, a place that everyone could watch. There was no malice there. There was no overt sexual, there was no language. It was just a good show for everybody. Yeah? And I was proud of that. I was proud to be able to be the guy that could say that line in a world where, things are not, that necessarily people take things the wrong way.
Politically correct.
Yeah, and politically correct. And that everybody knew that Pete was such an honest guy and came from such a great place that, of course, he meant it in the best possible way. So I was real proud of it.
I think my favorite artifact, special because we have Derek here, but the Studio 54 Disco Ball from Duped, which was one of my favorite episodes. I was saying this yesterday, it's kind of when the series sort of clicked for me.
Clicked for all of us.
Yeah, like it really sort of, I was like, oh, this show is going to be wild. It was such a fun ride, that episode. Yeah,
That's one of my favorite episodes for sure.
Yeah, that episode was amazing. It really was. And thanks to Derek and Gabby.
I know Ben wrote most of it, but we...
Yeah.
It's okay, Derek.
It's all right.
You're all right. Is that you good?
Wasn't there a second part?
Second part?
Which artifact would you not want to come out?
Oh, anything in the dark vault. That place was scary. I didn't like going to the bathroom. Sometimes I'd walk into the dark vault and be like, no, not this place. That little crazy clown head. Yeah, no, don't want to be around that ever. Yeah.
Yeah, the dark vault's pretty scary. What artifact would I not want to get out into the world? Well, any of them. Because there's always a downside, and the downside tends to be pretty gnarly.
A Pete duplicator. That would be unfortunate. That would be unfortunate.
I got to feel my own blues in one episode, though.
Thank you so much for your question.
There's a question over here. Are you the young lady that had the question? Oh, yeah.
Let me stand.
Here, give me some. This is really, it's become Warehouse 13 after dark. For Clemens.
All right, come on.
We got the vapors.
So I have an artifact question as well. What was the most difficult artifact to visualize and work with? Because it wasn't like a tangible thing. It was a lot of special effects.
Oh, I got one.
I have to say that's a really good question. I've never heard that.
No, I don't know.
Remember Joe Cthulhu? We had to
imagine that whole thing. That was really hard. There was no, it's so funny working with green screen and stuff like that because you're like, okay, action. I'm like, wait. What am I looking at? What is happening again? Are we looking in the same place right now? Eddie, focus. Literally what it was like, and so we had no reference to what this thing was until we actually saw the episode done. And that one was a really tough one. That was a really, really tough one because it was sort of like, it was the first sort of instance of, what kind of action? Schmacking.
Schmacking.
It's pure schmacking.
Anytime we were in front of the blue screen or the green screen, we called that schmacking.
Because it feels really gross because it's so,
It's
it
schmaltzy.
doesn't feel true.
And-
It's antithetical to how an actor should feel.
And then there was facting.
Which was Saul's exposition.
Saul always had to give exposition.
Yeah.
And then cracking, which was when
I think that was just you.
just I came out with my bum knife.
Don't do the bum thing.
It's all right.
Once is enough. Once is enough.
I wax, so
Yeah.
just for you.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Anyone else over here? Oh, young man. Yes, sir. What's your name?
I'm Stephen, and
Hi, Stephen.
I have two questions. The first one, what was your least favorite episode to be in? And what's your favorite horror movie?
Ooh. Oh, that's a good one. Thanks, man. My least favorite episode? See, it's hard because I just,
That's hard to answer because writers wrote it.
and they may give me a job in the future.
Or it's just, yeah. Do it, Eddie. Say.
So you want to adjust it? Okay, he's going to adjust.
What was your least favorite artifact?
Least favorite artifact.
That lobster thing. What was that?
Oh, the spinous Saracen.
Spinous Saracen.
Well, that's because that's when you got the hypothermia.
Yeah. It's transference, but yeah, that was my least favorite. The hypothermia.
You're a fancy talker, ain't you? I actually like the Spinous Saracen because it gave me an opportunity, the first time in my career as an actor, where there's a scene where it's attached to Pete's back and he's getting ready to basically commit suicide to save the world. And, I had to do this, like, dying, primal, crazy, and so it was like, I went home and fired my therapist after that because I was like, I got to get out all my, anger, sadness, hatred.
You have the anger, sadness,
I have
and
all
hatred?
those things. Yeah. I'm a sad clown. Thank you. My favorite horror film, Evil Dead 2. Bruce Campbell is one of my all-time heroes. I mean, I remember being in college and seeing Evil Dead 2 and just going, whoa, how does this guy do that? Like, I didn't know anything about acting. I just was like, how does he know to do that? Oh, that is incredible. And then, he's just, the guy is brilliant. He's got a new show actually called Evil versus Ash, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ash versus Evil Dead. Yeah. Can't wait to see that. You've got to see John Carpenter's The Thing. You've got to see Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. You've got to see Young Frankenstein. The original Alien, the first Alien. American Werewolf in London.
Friday the 13th, the first one.
Oh, the first Friday the 13th. Pre-Jason.
Oh,
Because once
wait.
Jason, I was like, ah.
Halloween.
That one. Halloween. I don't watch horror films because I have nightmares. But Halloween.
In a few years, you should see The Exorcist.
No, never seen it. No.
The Blob.
The Blob.
Both of them. It's like the only movies that we had in Newfoundland, very specific films where I grew up. So like I watched the weirdest movies, like The Blob. I love The Blob.
The original Blob?
Yeah, both. The one with
Not the Kevin Dillon Blob.
Yeah.
What?
Pure gold, man. Gurgle.
Oh, the howling, as I said, the howling with D. Wallace. Poltergeist is good.
Okay, Edward.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Hello, Donna. How are you? Good. What's your name?
Hi, I was going to ask an artifact question, but somebody else already did.
Thank God.
So I wanted to ask you if you think Ohio State will repeat as college football champion.
Hey, what are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do? I am indeed an Ohio State Buckeye. Thank you. A smattering of applause. I don't know. I mean, it's, it depends. People get hurt, teams get hurt. I certainly think this is even a stronger team than they had last year. They now have Braxton Miller, who's a Heisman candidate, in the backfield with Cardell Jones, who's the quarterback. He came in and won the 3 largest games in college football. The only 3 games he's ever played. And he's the 3rd string quarterback. And then J.T. Barrett, who is also a Heisman candidate, will be there too. I know we're boring the hell out of you.
Thank you.
Move on. Bye-bye. Love you. See you.
Go Buckeyes.
Hello, darling. Come on up.
Hang out with you. Like so much fun. Someone already asked my question, but do you guys have like a story of something really funny that happened on set that was really memorable to you guys?
Do you remember what you did with Saul's trailer?
Like practical jokes you guys played on each other, like
We're going fecal. We're going fecal. Okay, yes, it's true. I came to Joanne and I go, will you keep watch for me? And Joanne
I
watched.
have to look out.
And so I went into Artie's trailer and went poopy. In the toilet. And so that when he came back, he went in and went, "Wow, what the hell?" He shook his jaws. Hey, what the hell? What the hell is in there? And Joanne and I, we bonded over that. We bonded over poop.
Because I knew you would do it.
Yeah, I was the Mikey equivalent. Get Mikey. He likes it. He'll do anything. Sure. So I pooped. I'm proud of it. Okay, I'll say it for all you people. I pooped.
There were a lot of late nights eating like Miss Vicky's chips. Eddie and I had so much. I mean, I don't think I'll probably ever spend as much time with another human being in my entire life. Like 17, 18 hours a day. I mean, our longest day, I think my longest day was 22 and a half hours. For real, it's crazy. But we had our ups and downs. Usually when I get, angry, I get quiet. So I was quiet
When she's
sometimes.
happy, she's quiet.
I'm happy, but we had some amazing times. It was really fun.
Well, it was funny because there was the scene, we were doing the episode where we went back to the 50s, and we were being pulled in this gorgeous car, and Joanne and I, we were just
It was a
sitting there.
beautiful day. We were in a cherry red convertible.
And I said, I was like, Joanne, do I ever bother you? And she said, Eddie, sometimes I want to stab you in the eye with a pencil.
I could visualize it. I could actually visualize it.
He was like, but if you were any other way, the show just wouldn't be the same. And that was kind of our relationship. She put up with me.
It was easy. And you kept me laughing.
Oh,
It was a nice yin yang.
Season 2 or season 3, we had a safe word.
We did.
Because
So.
we had a Super Bowl summit. She had invited me over to her house for the Super Bowl, and we sat down at the bar at her place, and we just talked it out. And we were like, look, I know I drive you crazy. And yeah, and she was like, look, and I know I do some things too. And so I was like, we came up with the word teddy bear. So anytime we were like getting on each other's nerves, we'd be like, teddy bear, oh teddy bear, right now. And she'd be like, teddy bear? Really? Teddy bear? Teddy bear? I'm like, yes, teddy bear.
I was honestly surprised sometimes. I being annoying right now?
Yeah, go
You're
ahead.
so charming.
Teddy bear. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello. Sure. How are you? What's your name?
Lauren,
Hi, Lauren.
I'm a hookie, I'm sorry.
What? Oh, I thought you said you were a hooker. What? This is my time to shine, lady.